in today's video, we're going to do a serve analysis of two of the most complete players that have ever played the game, Carlos Alcaraz and Novak Djokovic. And what we're going to do is, besides us analyzing their serve, we're going to help you decide what might be the best serve for you to copy. So right off the bat, when we look at their starting position, we can see that they immediately do something different. So Novak likes to sweep down towards his shoelaces. And we're going to see Carlos Alcaraz, he leans back, but he keeps holding on to the tennis ball. We can see Novak's already separated and pushing his arm out into the court. What we're going to see Carlos do when he starts to move his arm up, he's coming right up with the arms together. So his arms rise up together a little bit like Andy Roddick used to do. And again, we can see that Novak, he gets his arms completely separated, one going up, one down here, and he's doing something with his wrist that I really like. So this might be something that you want to copy if you decide that you like this motion better. If this feels better to come down and then up, then you might want to do what Novak's doing right here. Let me show you. We're going to do a little close-up on his wrist. I call this the weak wrist. You're going to notice a lot of players do that who come down there, like Federer does it, Serena did it, and it helps you stay relaxed and create that whip into your serve. Okay. Now again, if we take a look at Carlos, he's coming straight up into that motion. So it's more of a simple move. So you might want to do the Carlos Alcaraz move if you want to keep it more simple. Bring your arms up together right into the hitting position. Either way, in your serve, you have to have what I call a built-in hesitation. You don't want the racket to go into the racket drop before your legs are getting ready to explode up to the tennis ball. When you do that, you're going to lose a lot of power. So you see Alcaraz is basically going to hold in this position right here in the hitting position, and Djokovic holds his racket down there lower. Okay? Now, one thing that you want to copy that they both do so well is take a look at how they use that offhand. That is just awesome. I love how they use that offhand. I call that the tilt. They get deep into the tilt. All right, let's take a look at a couple other noticeable differences. You're going to see that Djokovic is in what we call a platform stance, and that Alcaraz is going to go into a pinpoint stance. So you see right here, he's going to go into that pinpoint stance, which means he basically steps up inside his sneaker. I really like the way he does that. Djokovic doesn't do that. And again, this is just a preference. What you like to do, whatever's more comfortable, it doesn't mean one's better than the other. Now, one thing Carlos does that I find a bit unusual, that I think a lot of recreational players don't want to copy because they're not going to end up in the same position as Carlos does, is the position of the elbow. How he has the elbow here to the inside, and a lot of recreational players will just keep it to the inside and then kind of push through their serve. I've analyzed so many recreational players serving, and when they bring their elbow here, they pretty much usually leave it there. You can see that Djokovic is doing something that another great online coach talks about, calls it elbowing the enemy. So what does that mean? What Jeff Saldenstein talks about when he's making this comment is, imagine that there's an enemy behind you and he's going to attack you, and you're going to elbow them. This gets you into a nice power position. What we're going to notice, though, is as the video goes on here on Carlos' side, is that he then kicks it back into that elbow the enemy position. We can see that his legs, nice and bent, holding the racket on the hitting side. The hitting side is going to be this side. He's going to hit the ball there. He holds the racket there until the legs drive up. All right, so both players do that. It's just that Carlos gets there right away and then this holds there. Djokovic takes a long time to get up to that position. Look how long it takes Djokovic to get up to that same position that Alcaraz got up to pretty quickly. So it all depends on, where do you want your hesitation? You want it down low, or you just want to bring it straight up? And for different players, one or the other feels better. So again, there's no real preference on my end as a coach. It's whatever works better for you. Now here's something that's interesting. You can see Djokovic, when he gets in this position, his racket face faces out this way, and Carlos's racket face faces more forward. So another little difference, I would actually prefer your racket to face more forward. I think that will help you easier get into the racket drop and not mess that part up. And now we can see when they both get into that racket drop, I mean, they have an extreme racket drop. They're just both so flexible and fit. That's crazy. So you're going to see that they pretty much get in the same position, even though that they have a different style of getting there. And this is really the important part of the serve, is that we don't end up doing something a lot of coaches call the waiter tray position or the pizza move. We can see that by getting this position, they're both going to be able to drive up on edge. We also notice that they've got their arm kind of tucked in to their stomach at this point. So everything looking really good. The fundamentals are going to be amazing on both sides here for the rest of the serve. So we see Djokovic coming here up on edge, now getting fully extended at contact. And then we're going to see Alcaraz, again, same thing, coming up on edge, getting fully extended. Look how much higher he is in the air, though. Crazy. Okay, so he gets way, way up there. And then the landing, look, he's still going up. This is insane. And then the landing, a huge leg kick there. Huge leg kick. Also notice how the toe points out. Not a big fan of that for a recreational player. Nothing wrong with Carlos doing it because he's so balanced. He's going to be ready for that next ball. I find that when juniors do this, an extreme leg kick, a lot of times they're not balanced. Certainly recreational players who are adults over 40, having that big leg kick, I think is going to be not worth it. I wouldn't copy that. I would prefer you to have a lower leg kick like Novak Djokovic. So there you go, guys. There's the comparison of the Carlos Alcaraz serve versus Novak Djokovic. You can't really go wrong with either serve mechanics. They're both great, both amazing players, some of the most complete tennis players we've ever seen on a court. And if you want to have a complete serve, I have a 7-day serve challenge that you can pick up for free. And every day in my serve challenge, I do pick another tennis pro to where we look at their fundamentals that you can copy. So if you want to get your kick serve better, your slice serve better, want to add 10, 20 miles an hour to your serve, we analyze the pros, then you get your lesson of the day, and then you hit the court, and you can even send me videos. So right here, go up in the card section if you would like that, or you can go down in the description box or even in the first commented section there. So please like and subscribe if you want to see more analysis like this. Let me know in the comment section whose serve do you like better. Do you like the Carlos Alcaraz motion, or do you like Novak Djokovic motion better? Pete from Crunch Time Coaching signing off. Thanks for watching today's video.